Good morning, MacWeather.com. Meteorologist Mark Mancuso. A vigorous storm moving through the Rockies. That will generate some more heavy snows today and also strong winds. A storm has already deposited anywhere from 1 to 2 feet of snow in the mountains of Utah, and those heavy snows moving into Colorado and Wyoming. Here you can see the trough. It's making its move through the mountains today. Looks like the worst of the weather now over in Salt Lake City, so the snows will be winding down, but slippery here for the morning hours. Snows, though, should continue in the Wasatch with this northwesterly flow. But as this trough makes its move through the mountains of Wyoming and Colorado, we should see some very heavy snows, especially in northern Colorado into Wyoming. In the Denver area, though, looks like pretty much a downslope event with the wind, so not a lot of precipitation is expected out of this. As we take a look at the radar and satellite for you, you can see the precipitation here making its move through the west with this vigorous trough. We have seen the snows in Salt Lake City overnight and the heavier snows in the higher terrain from Idaho down into Utah. Snows moving out across Wyoming and Colorado here will continue to intensify throughout the day today. Here's a closer view on the radar for you. Notice it's the central and northern mountains of Colorado that will see the snows out of this. Salt Lake City, we are still getting some effect of the lake nearby, giving us that morning snow, but it looks like most of that slated for the higher terrain, the benches, and on up into the Wasatch. Now here in the Denver area, we are looking at some rain showers around for the morning hours. Here's Boulder in Denver, so just a few passing rain showers here. It's in the mountains that you'll see the snow, so if you are traveling up along I-70 and up through Rabbit Ears Pass, certainly windy and snowy, and here in southern Wyoming, it's going to be a real mess for travelers here on I-80 as we should see some bursts of heavier snows. Now farther east, initially precipitation in the form of rain here, but it looks like that could change over to some snow and up towards the Black Hills, several inches in the cards. Other aspect of the storm, well, it's the wind. Winds blowing briskly across New Mexico into West Texas, southeast Colorado into western Kansas and western Oklahoma. And with these winds gusting to 50 miles an hour, the dry conditions, that fire danger is still very high. Looks like the worst of the winds today will be just north of I-40. So if you are traveling in northeast of Albuquerque up towards southeast Colorado, you'll really encounter some strong winds, some blowing dust with reduced visibilities and an increased fire danger today. Here's the forecast maps for you. Surface low pressure will organize in the plains, and that will be heading off towards the east. Colder air will start to wrap down behind it, so as this precipitation spreads its way out across the Black Hills, we will see that snow pile on up, several inches likely there. Looks like there could actually be a little bit of snow off to the southeast of Denver later tonight and early tomorrow morning, but in the city of Denver, no accumulations expected. Too much downslope here. Off to the east of Denver, could see a little bit on the grassy surfaces. So a lot of snow and wind in the mountains, poor travel today. Northern Colorado into Wyoming, snows winding down in Utah. Very windy, the southern plains states. From New Mexico to West Texas, a high fire danger. This storm will also produce quite a bit of severe weather. Evan Myers will give you an update on that. I'm Mark Mancuso.